The hypothetical scenario of Canada becoming the 51st state of the United States. The idea of Canada becoming the 51st state of the United States is a fascinating and complex hypothetical scenario. While it is highly unlikely to happen due to numerous political, cultural, and logistical reasons, exploring the potential implications of such a union can offer insights into the dynamics of international relations and national identity. Canada and the United States share a long history of cooperation and close ties. Both countries are members of major international organizations such as NATO, NAFTA, now USMCA, and the United Nations. They also share the world's longest undefended border. Despite these close ties, Canada has maintained a distinct identity and political system, rooted in its history as a former British colony and its unique cultural and social fabric. The hypothetical scenario of Canada becoming the 51st state of the United States would also have significant strategic and security implications. The US and Canada already share extensive security cooperation through various agreements and organizations, such as NORAD, North American Aerospace Defense Command, and NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Integrating Canada's vast landmass and resources into the United States would potentially enhance North American security and defense capabilities. From a strategic standpoint, having Canada as a state would give the U.S. direct control over the Arctic region, which is becoming increasingly important due to climate change and the potential for new shipping routes and resource extraction. This could bolster the United States' position in global geopolitics and increase its influence in international affairs. However, it would also require a careful balancing act to manage relationships with other Arctic nations and indigenous communities. One of the primary considerations in this hypothetical scenario would be the economic implications. Canada is the United States' second-largest trading partner, and the integration of their economies could potentially lead to significant benefits. The combined economic power could lead to increased competitiveness on the global stage, more efficient resource management, and greater investment opportunities. However, economic integration would also present challenges. Differences in fiscal policies, regulatory standards, and social welfare programs would need to be reconciled. For example, Canada's universal healthcare system and stronger social safety nets differ significantly from the U.S. approach. Integrating these systems would require careful negotiation and compromise. Perhaps one of the most challenging aspects of this hypothetical scenario would be the issue of national identity and unity. Canadians generally have a strong sense of national identity, distinct from that of Americans. This identity is shaped by factors such as Canada's history, bilingual heritage, and emphasis on multiculturalism and social welfare. The process of integrating Canada into the United States would likely face resistance from Canadians who value their independence and unique cultural identity. Similarly, Americans may have mixed feelings about such a union, given the historical and cultural differences between the two nations. Ensuring a smooth transition would require extensive dialogue, mutual respect, and efforts to preserve and celebrate the distinct identities of both countries. Additionally, social policies and attitudes in Canada and the United States can differ markedly. Issues such as gun control, healthcare, and environmental policies reflect these differences. Harmonizing these aspects would be essential to ensure a smooth transition and maintain social harmony. From a political perspective, the integration of Canada into the United States would require significant changes to the governance structures of both nations. Canada's parliamentary system differs fundamentally from the U.S. federal system, and merging these would pose complex legal and administrative challenges. Furthermore, the addition of Canada as a state would have implications for representation in the U.S. Congress. With a population of over 38 million, Canada's inclusion would require adjustments to the allocation of seats in the House of Representatives and the Senate, potentially reshaping the balance of power. This hypothetical scenario, though unlikely, reminds us of the deep connections and shared interests between the two nations. It underscores the need for continued collaboration to address global challenges and build a more prosperous and sustainable future for both Canadians and Americans.